What's up, everybody? I wanted to talk about two things. There's some things that I posted that got me some pushback, but I don't say things just to piss people off. I say things so that people can actually think and really consider what I said. So one of the things that I posted, and it's not mine, is that if a woman has 5 or more body count, she goes from like 80% to 20% chance of having a long-term relationship. And that's because you have too many people to compare. Basically, you're never going to be satisfied. You're always going to compare it to the other person, right? So I think it should be something special when you sleep with somebody, because you're not just giving them your body, you're giving them your energy, right? So that's one thing that I said that got me some pushback. But the other thing I said, or that I've said before, is that if the best dating advice that I can give to a woman ever is do not sleep with that man for at least 6 months, minimum. And then some women push back on that and said, well, I want to know if he's good in bed. So pretty much what you're saying is you're trying to try out the whole team, the whole NFL team, to figure out which one is the one. That's not an excuse for you to just sleep with anybody. At the end of the day, men are looking for women without a past. And that was another thing that got me a lot of pushback. When I meant past, I wasn't talking about body count. You know, forget about body count for 1 second. Let's just talk about a woman that's been in multiple relationships. You start to kind of dilute yourself when it comes to the value of what you bring to the table. Plus, you have a lot of baggage. So that means that whether you know it or not, when you go into this new relationship and you didn't heal from the following relationship, then what happens is now you bring a lot of drama to the new relationship. And I said this a couple years ago about why all women are single. And people gave me some crap. Also, I did a video, why all women are crazy, and I broke it down in science, at least I say it's science, to what that means. At the end of the day, right, men, for the most part, are looking for one thing. There's no man nicer to you than one that hasn't slept with you with. And the only thing you have that power over this man, and to see if he's not lustful, is to make that man wait 6 months before you sleep with him, right? Now, there probably is some cases where it worked out. Maybe you slept with him after 2 months, 3 months. Who knows? But again, we don't know, because unless you're married, unless you've been together for years, again, we wouldn't know that answer. And then that would be probably once in a great while this happens. But for the majority of all women, for the majority of all the women out here dating, wondering why you're single, well, it has a lot to do with everything that I just mentioned. One, you gave it up too quick. A lot of women right now that I talk to online are giving exclusivity to men that they're just talking to. Look, if you're single, whether you're a man or a woman, you could talk to as many people as you want, date as many people as you want, right? Until you find the one that's for you. You're not going to find that out if you give all your exclusivity to one man just because he talks to you. If he has not made it official that you are his girl, then you are on the market. And it's unfortunate, because I'll meet some women that, wow, I really like her vibe, I like what she's all about, but then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm talking to someone. Talking is not a boyfriend. Talking is not your man. I'll even go one step further. I think until you get married, you're still on the market, because maybe that's not the guy you're supposed to marry. Maybe that's the guy that you're just there with at this moment. But if you have any doubt in your mind that this man is probably not the one, don't waste another day. Break up with him right now. Right now. Because why are you going to waste time? We only have so much. To rephrase, to go right back to what I was saying, best dating advice I can give to women is basically do not sleep with him for 6 months at least, because then you're never going to know if it was just lust or if he actually wanted to get to know you as a person and wanted to see a future with you, right? And I could tell you guys story after story of 3 women that I know for sure that the guy sold her the dream to get in between. Pretty much he told her whatever he had to say to convince her that he's the guy, that he's like not like all of them, he's really into her. Then once she sleeps with him, it only takes, one woman, she got broken up after the weekend. Another woman, I think it was like 2 months, 3 months, and then they broke up. So I see women online all the time talking about wanting to get a man, you need a man, all this good stuff. Then you get one, and we don't know, again, if you start with lust, you're going to end with lust, period. So that was the first thing I said. Don't sleep with him for 6 months, because you're never going to know if it's based off lust. And the other thing I would say that also goes back to the point, if you have a body count of 5 or more, right? Then odds are you have statistically 20% chance of having a long-term relationship, a healthy long-term relationship, because again, it's not just about the sex. It's literally has everything to do about being in multiple relationships, right? And it didn't work out. And then basically now it's kind of like every time you do that, you're just bringing a little bit more drama. And then the main thing that I will say on this video before I end it, women and men, you need to heal first. I'm going to say that again. Can you heal first? Right? Heal before you even consider getting into a new relationship. And it's unfortunate that a lot of women that I watch online, whether I'm over here telling you don't mess with a man because you don't know if it's lust, a lot of women out there are on it for that main reason only. They only attracted to him because he's good looking and they're lustful for him. They don't even want to get to know him. They don't even want to know what he's about. They're just like, oh, he's hot, he's good looking, I want him. Okay, well, good, you're going to have him, but you ain't going to keep him.